There we go. Is it working though? That's the real question. There it is. Okay, that was so weird. It wasn't working, but now it is. Okay, now it's working. There we go. I had no chat for some reason. That was so weird. Like, I had no video, but the chat was on, and it was... Yeah, I'm live on Twitch. I just wasn't live on YouTube, which was really weird. Like, it showed I was live on OBS, and on YouTube it said excellent connection, but then it was a black screen, and it would say, like, click here for help, and then it was giving, like, the loading wheel, and when I went to my page, it would just say upcoming stream, but it didn't actually show the stream. So something was wrong, so I had to shut it off and then, like, input the stuff again for it to work. So now it's working, so I don't know what happened, but it's working, so that's all that matters. It was so weird. But I was live on TikTok as well. I just wasn't live on YouTube. Because YouTube I use, like on TikTok, I'm using TikTok Live Studio. So that was fine. It was just YouTube that was the issue. Whoa. Ah, I'm on fire. That's cool.
You've been toasting that machine dummy since you were 5. But it never gets old.
Excuse me, Rost. The dummy has a name. And it's Fred.
Sorry, Fred.
It's
My
okay,
name's
he
Luis,
forgives you.
thank you very much.
After everything Aloy had put him through, Fred had certainly earned some respect. But other machines in the wild were rather less friendly.
Aloy is so much more likable in this one than she is in the original. Like, I didn't mind her in the original. I didn't think she was a huge deal. But, like, I didn't think it was a big deal that people, like, how people think that she's, like, this really boring person. But...
turns out fire spreads.
I think she was fine. But here, she's really likable. She's the annoying, snarky kind of character, but much more interesting. I just went live on YouTube, Weewin. It wasn't a second ago, but it should be now. Did it turn off again? It should be good now. Yeah, let me see. Do I wave? Do I wave? Yes, I do. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm live on YouTube. I don't know what happened earlier. For some reason, it just wasn't working. Hopefully, I am now live, and hopefully the chat is working. Yeah, I'll just do this. Sorry, everybody. I don't mean to be fully distracted. I'm always distracted, so I apologize. But this one is like actually an important distraction. Pop out chat. Chat is out again, so I can see it. Patty, I said hi to you, and I obviously wasn't live because I'm an idiot, so I swear I'm not ignoring you every time you come. I don't know if you're going to come back and watch the VOD, but I swear I'm not ignoring you every time you come here. I just always have bad luck. I did answer you. I just wasn't live. For some reason, I saw your chat, but I couldn't see you, or you couldn't see me. Jean, hello. How's it going? Welcome. How are you? Yeah, I don't know what happened, Weeman. It was live on OBS, but it wasn't live on YouTube. Like, it wasn't receiving it, so I had to reset it for some reason. We're good now.
Cool. Lucky find.
Don't worry, dude. She skipped a whole bunch of mine, too. She doesn't really love us. She just says she does. We're just eye candy to her.
I could do this all day. Perfect
We're just
discount.
sex machines to her, nothing else. How are you feeling, Weeman, pain-wise?
That's one ticked off broadhead. Remember, don't let it charge at you. Might be best to sneak up on it. As long as you stay in the long grass, it won't see you.
Yeah, I know, but it's so itchy.
Aloy had heard stories of the days when the metal creatures were docile and peaceful. It made her think that maybe destroying them wasn't the nicest thing to do. Then one would headbutt her in the face and she'd get over it.
Where is it?
Into the shadows.
I really like how they make these things look. Like, they look like the originals. Really well done.
Aim for the glowing bits.
Can I, like...
Love me some fireworks.
He's on fire. Oh, yes!
Ooh, that's a
Nice.
real confidence boost.
Ooh, oh! RPG elements with leveling up and stuff. That's cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got me live on YouTube. I feel bad because it's vertical. I apologize. I was answering to somebody else. They had asked me why I went vertical on YouTube and stuff instead of horizontal. Someone actually got mad at me in the comments because of it, which I don't blame them. But like I explained to the other people, I'm live vertically for those who are wondering. I know Weewin knows this already, but I'm live vertically because all my content on YouTube is now vertical, and it just didn't make sense to have horizontal content when all my content is vertical. I want to kind of keep things united. But if you want the full experience, you can go over to Twitch and it's all there.
Did you see me out there? I've got all the moves. Now I just have to meet
Good, I'm glad you're doing
Tirsa,
okay,
find
Weewin.
out who my mother was, and life will be pretty much perfect.
Don't start celebrating yet.
Pretty much perfect
Bad
like
luck.
Weewin.
Right, bad luck.
Besides, there's one more thing you must face before we go on.
What?
Lunch. Thought you might get the munchies, so I got up early and made you your favorite sandwich.
Pickle? Nice! What are we waiting for? I'm starving here.
Wait, hear that? Sounds like Mother's heart is in trouble. It's under
They're
attack.
taking people away. We have to do something.
We're too far away, Aloy.
Look, there's people moving over there.
Come on, move it.
Let us go, you wingnuts! Let us go!
You
Nice
wing
try,
nuts.
Grandma.
I ain't your grandma, pasty white butt
No,
face.
that was Tirsa, wasn't it?
She has escaped. Girl, she's still at it. Stop messing around. Helis is waiting for us.
Wow, celebrating too early is bad luck.
We have to help her.
Come on, let's find out what happened.
No. Yes.
Pill pop and Weewin. Weewin. Sorry, I was just messaging my friend Catherine.
Mother's heart
She
was far
again
emptier
it disconnected.
than the village Aloy had imagined. Then again, a strange cult had just kidnapped a bunch of people, so the place was quieter
It
than
keeps
usual.
disconnecting from the chat on YouTube. I apologize,
But I'll let
YouTube. I don't know
Sona,
what's going
the
on.
villager's tough defender, fill you in. Take it away, Sona.
I can't believe this happened on my watch. Cultists right inside Mother's heart.
What happened?
I went out to deal with some machines prowling outside our gates, but it was all part of the cult's plan. Just as I was giving
too.
this
Me
nasty
too.
broadhead a wedgie, I realized something didn't smell right. By the time I got back, Tirsa and the others were gone.
How many people did they take?
You know how hard it is to count without fingers. All I know is we have to save them. But
Dudum-ts.
I can't leave my post again.
Don't worry. We saw the way they went. We'll get Tirsa and the others back.
One more thing. My son, Varl. He ran off on a rescue mission before I could stop him. The boy's got a good heart, but he's not ready for this kind of trouble.
Cool. Couch co-op. Nice. Nice.
Cultists, huh? Sounds mysterious.
It is very pretty looking. It's super compressed on there, but looking down here, it's very
I knew we
pretty
needed more
looking.
security around the place. Now our friends are gone.
But yeah, sorry, I was texting because my friend Catherine, she wants to put this game on her like Christmas wish list.
Weird mushrooms
And,
in the forest. I don't know if they're
I made a video
edible.
about it, and she commented about it, saying that she would still get it anyway just to try it. And I'm just giving her a bit of a lowdown of what I think so far. So far, it's not bad. If you're a Lego fan, you would love this. It's just too bad that it
If you stand at
wasn't
the
a
right
good
spot,
combination for the
you can
average
still
person.
see the matriarch
So
lodge.
far, I'm liking it.
Shame we can't reach it.
Oh yeah, there's a waypoint, and I'm wandering around. Wow, Stream Elements just messaged with everybody. He's live. Come check him out.
Forest trekking, are you? May your berries be abundant. I mount a rescue operation.
My son
Maybe
has a
my
good
internet
heart,
keeps disconnecting?
but
I
I do
don't know.
worry he's not ready.
Scare me to death.
We should reopen the Matriarch's Lodge. It would mean a lot to the village.
So, since you're recovering right now, I'm guessing you're not doing much this weekend?
That's where they found That's where they found
Whoa, what the hell?
A sacred, mysterious place.
I
Watching.
thought it was that one over there.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yes, of
Hold on.
course.
Come on.
Sacred,
Zoom in. I want to show.
mysterious
I'm trying to
place,
show Kendra.
Watching over us always.
Come on.
Holding tight to its secrets.
Like, why my mom left me there. Well, I won't be finding out without Tirsa.
I wanted
so
to show
let's
Kendra
save
that I was
those
doing
villagers.
Lego.
Apologies.
I can't believe cultists kidnapped all those people.
They're bad news, all right.
Yeah, really bad. The worst, just the worst. And I just have one question. What's a cultist?
Let me see. How do I explain? Cultists are so convinced they're right about something, usually something pretty crazy, that you just can't reason with them.
Oh,
I don't know
like
what
how
you're
you're
talking
so
about.
sure gravy goes
I
well
have
with
no
pancakes.
idea what that means.
Kinda, but with worse consequences than indigestion.
Like Mother's heart getting attacked. But why would these cultists
technically
do
it
that?
is a
Why
Mother's heart
take
that
the
got
villagers
attacked, so-
prisoner?
I guess we're gonna find out.
Sorry, I have to.
Boy, a mystery. Just the kind of thing to make a story interesting, according to my narrator manual.
The narrator manual. Oh, that's funny. Open, because it all of a sudden told me I was live. I'm wondering if Restream disconnected. Nope, no it didn't.
Burn to a crisp.
Hello, Ewin. Hello from your laptop.
It never gets old.
You definitely shouldn't try to stay up though. Try to sleep. I don't want you to like try to force yourself because it is the weekend and all that. I don't want you to force yourself to stay up for me though because you need to rest so you can heal. I mean, I appreciate you being here, so if you do want to stay, go for it. Whoa. Just don't feel forced to. What are those things? Nice, we would nice.
Right there on the shiny spot. That glowing spot is a great removed apart.
It's a lot less scary than the original game. In the original game, that is way scarier to do. In the VR game, it's super scary to do. I found that in the original, I'm just going to talk about like my feelings about this game as I'm playing. I found that in the original, it wasn't always clear that you were wandering around in abandoned settlements. And there were areas that were obvious that you were, but when you were out in the open, it didn't feel that way. This actually feels like cities and stuff, so I kind of like the feeling here better. That it feels very much like it used to be a place. And he turned around nice. Did your colleague give you a ride, or they just like turn around to say hi? Yeah, I wasn't expecting to play this. I didn't know what to play. But then last night I did some research to see if I could play this game, and I saw I could. And somebody that comments quite a bit on my videos They're pretty good at interacting with my
Another weird
videos.
ancient thing.
They asked
So
me,
mysterious.
they said that they wanted to buy the game and that if it did so poorly, does that automatically mean that it was a bad game? And I couldn't answer them. So I thought I would play it on stream to be able to figure out for myself if I think it's actually worth playing. And so far, yeah, if you like Lego games, this is fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Finders keepers.
And you're going back to work on Monday, we would?
Wasting no time at all.
Uh-oh.
Psych.
I screwed up.
Weak spot identified. Let's take it steady. Oh. Hit there. Focus knows best.
There's no barrels. I can't blow anything up. Okay, well at least you can work
for the
and you're not
glow
gonna be stuck having to heal for a bunch of time.
That knocked it off. Oh. Target right. Yeah. How you like that shot? Good bud.
Not a bad battle system at all. They found a good way to balance between Lego and then the original Horizon gameplay, so not bad. Not bad at all.
I could do this all day.
I gotta say, doing that in VR is really cool.
I'll just build this back up.
And that's the last bathroom break you're getting.
Hey, we have rights, you know.
Just regular Lego guys involved in this.
Found some of the prisoners. Now to clear out the guards.
Sunlight is crucial. Say, I'm gonna be ripped. We shouldn't really tell anyone, but I'm not that into the sun. It's just nice to be part of something.
Whoa!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Can't see me.
Oh!
Look out for healing.
Okay, all of a sudden the difficulty's way higher. All of a sudden it's hard.
That's the good stuff.
I could have sworn there were more of us a second ago. Oh! Everything stopped.
You won't be bothering anyone now.
Whew. Okay.
Please, come on, please.
I have the first one and I have the VR
Free
version.
at last. Our savior. And it's you,
I've never
isn't
beaten
it?
the first one
The
though,
girl
or
who
the
grew
VR
up
version.
outside the village.
But it's really good.
She whose mother is a mystery.
Sure. But you can call me Aloy.
Oh, wow. An outsider. So different. So glamorous. So... in need of a good tailor. That's me, Teb the Tailor. Do you cosplay? Because, oh boy, do I have costumes for you.
I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds exciting.
I'll make you an outfit as soon as I get back to Mother's Heart. Don't forget to come see me at my shop.
Yeah, it's not.
Good timing. I was
It's not
starting
bad.
to get snacky in there.
I'm torn about how much they've changed the story though. Like Teb and her are friends by the time the game starts, and he's like doing things in secret behind behind the community's back. If you weren't here at the very beginning, Rost gave her the echo thingy that she puts on her head. I don't remember what it's called. That she puts on her head. That would not have happened in the original story because he's against her wearing it and she refuses to take it off. And it's like a sin that she's doing it. So for him to give it to her, especially to give it to her from the leader of the tribe, is completely the opposite of what would have happened in this world. So I'm a little bit torn. But I do like the lightheartedness of it. It seems to work well. It's like a parody version of the original, so not horrible. Just weird, because those are like some really important details. And I don't know why they would change that, because the whole point is she's an outcast. And she's not supposed to have anything to do with the town.
Look at the state of my shop. How am I supposed to keep
proves
Mother's
herself
Heart
by
at the
winning
forefront
some
of
tournament.
fashion with this mess?
Let me see what I can do. I'm getting pretty good at building
And
stuff.
I'm not spoiling
You're
much.
the
That's all like
best,
within the first
Aloy.
20 minutes of the game.
Though many of its people were still missing, Aloy was pleased to see life at Mother's Heart was returning to normal. With Teb the Tailor back in his shop, maybe she could celebrate with a brand new outfit. Because who doesn't love dressing up?
How many do I have? 2,000. Wow, I have a lot. Oh, it just like, oh, you can do Lego City people as well. That's funny. Ninjago, okay. Sackboy, nice to see you. Welcome. I hope you're doing well.
Trying on outfits, Aloy heard an interesting bit of town gossip. A gigantic creature had been seen in the wilds, giving the villagers even more reasons to worry. She decided to investigate at once, because, well, who wouldn't?
Feels great to be out of that cage.
I've never really had an opinion on DK Oldies. I've never purchased from them. I think it's a bad look, everything that was like pointed out that they were doing. But that doesn't mean I have like an actual opinion about them. I just know I wouldn't shop with them. I haven't followed up since the original controversy, but they're a store. There's nothing to have an opinion about. It's stupid if people have allegiances to companies. And I found it pathetic when a lot of people got really defensive of DK Oldies when it's just a company and it's a company that does bad business trying to rip people off. Allegedly, at least from everything that I've seen. So I just wouldn't give my money to a bad business. I don't really care about them one way or the other. If they make good prices with like well-maintained stuff, then cool, I'll buy from them. If they sell garbage, I'm not going to buy from them. It's kind of the same thing with anything else. So I don't really have an opinion. I don't really care. I just wouldn't buy anything. Okay.
My son has a good heart, but I do worry he's not ready.
And that's the thing. Like, that's the problem. That's why I think it's bad business.
Frost?
Oh, give me a sec.
When we find Tirsa, she will tell me who my mother is, right? No more mysteries?
Of course. She's wanted to since the day she brought you to me. You were such a strong baby. Very muscular.
But she knew where to find me. Why keep me in suspense my whole life? And now that it was finally gonna happen, these strange cultists attack. Ugh, talk about bad luck.
Nothing to do with luck, Aloy. I think they came because of you. Because of your destiny.
Me? I'm just a girl with a bow.
Oh, you're much more than that. All-Mother marked you for bigger things. That's why you have a very important destiny.
Why are you talking like that?
What? Just trying to add a bit of drama.
We got enough drama already. So, what big destiny, and why is it so important?
Destiny.
Beats me. Teersa can tell you everything when we find her. And she can't do the voice, though.
So yes, that is what makes them a bad business, is you can get a lot of stuff for a considerably lower price. The reason it's okay for them to have a higher price than Facebook or eBay is because they're supposed to give you a certain level of guarantee. So when you purchase something, you're expecting that they went over it, that they cleaned it, they made sure it works, that it's in good condition, or at least in a condition that they say it is. And so you pay that little bit of extra price for that bit of extra protection. And it shouldn't be a big deal to pay a little bit extra for you to have that peace of mind. The problem lies when you're paying a lot extra and then you get none of those services and you may as well just buy it on eBay. And then it gets even worse when they've basically bred like a cult environment where their viewers will attack anybody who points out that it's just bad business. You know, it's kind of like I could buy a car off some random guy on the road and it'll be cheaper than going to a dealership. But you go to the dealership because you're hoping it'll have an extended warranty. You assume that it's been looked over. There are laws in different areas that will protect you if the company sells you something bad. On the street, it's a crapshoot. You might get a great deal. You might get a terrible deal. And so the fact that DK Oldies allegedly did not actually do any of the things they promised and were still charging an arm and a leg, it's just bad business. That's really all it comes down to. I don't really feel either way about them. If I were to see something that was really cheap and I thought would be in good condition when I got it, then absolutely I'd be fine with it. But it seems like a risk with them is just as bad as going on eBay or Facebook, so there's no point in paying for that extra protection or whatever. No worries, Sackboy. This is Lego Horizon Adventures, so it's Horizon Zero Dawn, but in Lego form.
Ooh, good stuff in here.
I just did a video about it. It just came out. It is not doing well. It's actually bombing quite badly, like on the level of Concord. And somebody asked me if I thought that the game, although is not selling well, would it still be a good game? Like, could it still be a good game? So I thought I would stream it and see how I feel. And so far, it's fine.
Strange stuff.
I'm not a giant Lego fan for games. I like building Lego, but I'm not a huge, like, Lego gameplay fan. But yeah, it's fun. I actually like this better than a lot of the other Lego games I've played, so I'm happy with it. I don't know yet. Right now, it seems like it was a bad idea, but it's a good game. I kind of explained it in my video, but basically, Horizon Zero Dawn is an open world game, and it's specifically an open world game that is very adult in its themes, and it's very, it can be very dark and heavy with what it's talking about. Like, it's talking about the end of the world. It's talking about the destruction of humans. It shows her friends dying and stuff. And so, like, it's a dark game. Lego makes poop jokes and fart jokes, and, like, it's child humor, and Lego is for children. So mixing the two was kind of weird. And so I don't think anybody really trusted that it would be a good game. And now that it's out, nobody's interested because kids don't know what Horizon is, so they're not interested in this game. And adults don't like Lego for the most part. So they would rather just play the original Horizon game. So there's nobody that's really interested in this. So far, the game is fine. It just seems like it was a stupid idea to mix these two franchises together. It was bound to not do well. And now that I'm playing it, there are things they've changed that changes the story, and I don't know why they changed it. I said it right before you showed up. Like, there's one part where, at the very beginning, there's a blue glowing thing on Aloy's head right now. In the original story, she finds it as a child when she goes into a cave by accident. And then she gets in trouble for wearing it, but they can't convince her to take it off, and she's an outcast. And everybody kind of, like, shuns her, and then they see her wearing like forbidden tech, and like it makes her an evil person. In this, the leader of the tribe gave it to her, and it's like, no, she's an outcast from the tribe, and the leader is the one that would be saying, not the leader, it's like one of the leaders, but the leadership are the ones saying that is bad tech, they shouldn't be touching it. So like they went completely against what the story is, so it's weird. They've made some weird choices. It makes sense because it is a kid's game, but yeah, I don't know how I feel. There are some key moments that have been changed, and I have a feeling that big fans of the original game would be very unhappy.
It never gets old!
I think I'm Helis's favorite. He looked at me once, you know? Oh yeah, we're really connected. Hey, don't let him get away!
But yeah, it's a dark themed game. It's really weird that they put it on a kids theme like this.
Get it together, man!
Because like Pirates of the Caribbean, that has adult themes, but it's a kids movie. It's a Disney movie. Like it's meant to be lighthearted in a lot of it. This, on the other hand, isn't like that. Like there are no kids themes in this. It's very mature. Like it's not like Mortal Kombat levels of mature, but it's got some dark themes. So Lego just feels like a really weird choice for this. They've done a good job. Like it feels like Horizon. The gameplay feels accurate. It's a nice balance between Lego and Horizon, but yeah, I think that's gonna make it really hard to sell. Most people are gonna look at this and go, how do you mix Horizon and Lego together? They've done a good job. It's a tough sell. You had no issues? Okay, was it your first Twitch stream since the last time when you did have the issues?
Who was he? And why was he waiting in the middle of nowhere with these treasures?
The chests and I have awaited your arrival.
Yeah, like this is on the Switch right now. So I'm sure it looks better on the PS5 and the Xbox One or Series and the PC, because this is going to be the worst looking one, and I think it looks pretty decent.
It's your lucky day.
I'm also streaming it to my PC. I'm not using a capture card, and so the quality is not exactly perfect. It would look better if I was using the regular method to capture games, but I can't. And it still looks good. On the little screen, it looks amazing. Which live event to go?
Who is that?
I haven't watched a live event in a while, so I probably don't even know about it.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah. See that falling technique? High degree of difficulty, that one. I'm Varl, a great Nora warrior. Sort of. One day.
Varl.
One day.
We spoke to your mom. She's worried about you.
Yeah, she always worries. But I'm gonna show her just what I can do. I'll show everyone I've got what it takes to be a hero. You'll see. Okay, gotta go. Oh, that was a good one.
Be careful.
Oh, yeah, recovery. Oh,
He is really good at that.
Oh, I think Fortnite is one of the worst games on the planet. I would absolutely never watch that, even if I knew about it. So what did I think about the live? It was more trash on fire. I don't even have to watch it to know that. Yeah, see, there's another choice. Varl isn't a bumbling idiot. His mom is like the leader of the warriors, and he's her like second in command. So like, I don't care. I think it's funny that they chose to do that to him, but I can see people who are huge fans of the series not being happy with that at all. Why is Fortnite trash? It not forced, because it did so well, so many companies now want to force battle royales into everything. The only way the game is enjoyable is by being insanely good at it and spending ridiculous amounts of hours practicing. If you're not willing to, you're going to deal with a bunch of people that like beat you, and you spend most of the time in the forum waiting to jump into the game again, in like the lobby or whatever. And it's literally a one-trick pony. Like, there is only one thing you do in that game, and that's the only thing you do in that game. It's just not a game that I think is worth anybody's time. It's a huge success, and I get it for like the sports element of it, but I have zero interest in them doing anything in Fortnite. I don't really care.
Another weird ancient thing. So mysterious.
This is brand new, the GOAT. This is Lego Horizon Adventures. So it's Horizon Zero Dawn mixed with Lego. It's a really weird mixture of two games. Oh, it's a really weird mixture of two games. It's not doing well. This game is actually a garbage heap. Fortnite is a garbage heap in my opinion, but it's vastly successful. So it's my opinion and nowhere near a fact. This, on the other hand, is failing miserably, and it's really sad. I'm playing it just to see if the failure is because it's a bad game or just because it's a bad idea. And so far, it's just a bad idea. Yeah, and like if you find it fun, Sackboy, then yeah, it's totally worth it, and that's why the game is successful. A lot of people do find it fun. I don't, with friends or not with friends. Again, because I don't have the time to dedicate to a game to get good enough to even survive for more than 5 minutes. I'm just not interested in that, and so I've never bothered to get good at the game, which also means I then spend most of my time in a lobby, and it's just not fun. If I'm gonna just sit in a lobby, I might as well just like stare at my wallpaper on my screen.
Another great landing.
But yes, GOAT, this game is a Switch version, is the Switch version, and it looks good. And funny enough, I'm streaming it to my PC. I'm not actually using the dock, and the quality is reduced because of that. And then I'm streaming it up to you guys, so the quality is reduced again. So it looks much better in real life. You can just imagine what it looks like on PC or on Xbox. Or on PlayStation. Obviously, it's a PlayStation title.
I'm pretty sure Helis was talking about me when he mentioned those upcoming promotions. All I gotta do is capture that redhead.
Used to play Lego Dimensions. Yeah, see, Lego's not my type of game. It's a little bit too easy. I am happy now that they've added voices and stuff, so it makes it a little bit more worth the entertainment value of it. But I've never been a huge fan of Lego. Now this, though, they did a really interesting job balancing between how Horizon plays and how this plays.
The sun chose
or how Lego plays. So it's
and nothing anyone says can convince me otherwise.
This is probably a Lego game I would be willing to play through. Come back over here, dude. What games do I really like? I'm really big into like the original Horizon. I'm really big into story-based games. I'm into games that actually feel like you're advancing, and that's the biggest issue I have with Fortnite. Just in not being interested in it, is the fact that Fortnite, you start from scratch every single time, so you never feel like you're advancing in any way. The only way you advance is by not having the base skin and just physically getting better at it, which I do appreciate people getting better at the game, but if I spent 40 hours on it and it's exactly the same starting point as when I spent 40 minutes on it, that to me doesn't feel like I got anywhere, so it's not fun. That's also why I don't like the roguelike games, because I just don't like feeling like I haven't gotten anywhere. So I like games that have more story elements to it, much more advancement levels to it. I don't like first-person shooters unless it's like a horror game.
Once, Helis told me to keep my guard up
and I'm not much
into
sports games at all.
So much. So yeah, we're basically best friends.
That big red monster Helis pals around.
Come closer.
Really scary.
You won't be bothering anyone now.
You guys gonna go check on him? Did you see me? They did see me.
Take, unhand me.
Haha, nice shot. Aloy won. This guy, nada.
Okay, I leveled up. Nice. Oh, wrong button. Hello, Kiki. How you doing? Welcome. How are you? Yeah, God of War, Last of Us. Right now, I'm in the process of playing... I started Evil Within. I don't know if I'm going to continue that, but I've been playing Evil Within. I've been playing Ocarina of Time. I'm doing a 3-heart challenge on that. I've been playing some Elden Ring. Now I'm playing this. Yeah, I like games that are much more adventure based. I don't like competitive games at all. I'm very, very limited on my first person view games, but it has to be adventure based. If it's just competitive like Call of Duty would be, or Fortnite, or any of that kind of stuff, not my cup of tea. I would never buy FIFA, so don't worry. Never would. Yeah, it was a good console. It suffered from the same thing everything Nintendo suffers from right now, and that is they are very, very adamant on gimmicks, and they forget to actually make the game playable, but also make the game easy for the developers to work with. They are so fixated on making gimmicks with a lot of stuff that they are willing to have really bad graphics in comparison to what's out at the time, in order to save money on there and then have better gimmicks on it. So like the Wii controllers, although it was a huge success, it was a fluke. It wasn't that it was actually an innovative way to play. It was just a way that got a lot of people excited about it because a bunch of people that don't play video games could do Wii Sports. Like that's the only reason the Wii was a success. And then the Wii U with the wrong name, needing the tablet, which only lasted for 3 or 4 hours before the battery died. Games that relied on the tablet, like Star Fox, needing the tablet to actually aim and shoot was just a dumb decision. If it wasn't for the gimmick, the Wii would have been a really interesting console. Graphically, it's fine. It doesn't look much worse than the Switch looks. I did like the tablet idea, but it would have been nice if it was more of an optional thing and not a necessity. And because Nintendo has shown that they don't care about graphics, that they only care about gimmicks, a lot of third-party developers were like, no, we don't want to develop. And so they had no support except for Nintendo games. And so people who bought it knew they were only going to get a very small library. The Switch, on the other hand, had the benefit that it was a handheld and a home console, so a lot of third parties jumped on it. A lot of the indie scenes jumped on it, so it gave more library choices to it. So it sucks that the Wii U didn't do well, but I think it was justified.
Whoa, look at that! It's so tall! And so... Becky!
It's a gamepad, but it is a tablet. It's a tablet. That's like saying the... whatever it's called, the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. It's not a controller, it's a DualSense. It's a controller. The Wii's tablet was a tablet. The Wii U's tablet was a tablet. Do I like the Kingdom Hearts series? I do. I really liked the first one.
Aloy had
I tried to play the second one. I
stories
couldn't
of the
get into
gentle,
it, but
majestic machines known as tallnecks. They strode the wilds like colossal wanderers and were said to carry gold bricks on their flat heads. And everyone knows that only gold bricks could rebuild a village like Mother's Heart. Just don't ask me why. It's just one of those things.
But yes, I liked Kingdom Hearts. I played the first one and I beat it and I thought it was really fun. I know the second one in the community is the better one. It's supposed to be the best one, I think. I tried playing the second one. I couldn't fully get into it, but I don't know I don't know why, honestly. At first, like, before people would ask me, I would say I didn't like it because it felt a lot more like levels, and Kingdom Hearts 1 felt more like one continuous story. But now I've gone back and started Kingdom Hearts 1, and I realized that that also feels like levels, so I don't know why I didn't like the second one, really. I also then got distracted and played something else and never went back. But I've played the original. I also played whatever the one that came out on the PSP was, and I beat that one, all 3 stories on that one, and I really liked this. So I like Kingdom Hearts. I've just never really beaten all of them. There's so many of them. Maybe one day I will go back to them. Was it Chain of Memories? I thought it was Birth by Sleep. Is it Birth by Sleep or 365 whatever? The one that has the 3 characters, that has Ventus and Aqua and whatever the other one's name was. Birth by Sleep. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because I don't think I've actually played Chain of Memories. But yeah, I played that one. I beat all 3 stories on that one, and I really liked it.
Myself and joined a cult.
Take that!
Okay, so is Chain of Memories the one that's on the 3DS? Is that the 3DS one?
The view must be amazing from up there.
I really appreciate the fact that they found a way to make it very much feel like just pretty Lego designs, but also still feel like a giant wondrous world like you feel in Horizon. So I'm bummed out this game's not doing well, because it's actually I think it's actually well done. That's a bummer.
My favorite thing about being in a cult is probably all the culty things we get to do. Put me down!
Okay. Yeah, I own the Kingdom Hearts, I don't remember what it's called, the collection that's like the game so far or whatever. I've never played it. I probably should, because I also own Kingdom Hearts 3 and I want to play that.
I finally caught up with you. Hope you don't mind me jumping on your head.
Ah, okay. Which one's on the 3DS then? Because there's one on the 3DS as well. Yeah, so I never tried the Chain of Memories. I never had a Game Boy Advanced. My brother did, but I never did. So that was one that I completely missed out on. But I did have a 3DS. I did have a DS for a while, I think. But I know I had a 3DS. And I've got the PSP and the Vita.
Ever since machines made the wilds
Dreamed off
too
distance.
dangerous,
Okay, yeah.
Mother's heart has been falling apart. We've had to close off whole areas because we just couldn't get the resources. But thanks to you, we can start rebuilding. It would help if we could find Karst, of course. He's the town's, well, I guess you could call him our handyman. Among other things. Pretty sure the cultists have him now. Speaking of which, I don't suppose there's any sign of Varl.
Your son? Actually, yeah. He is out there, doing his best.
He tries so hard. All I can do is ask All-Mother to return him safely. We keep our tools and parts by the tree, in case you ever need to upgrade your gear. Might give you an advantage in the fights ahead.
Oh. I feel like doing the XP is a better... Oh, I can do multiples of them. Yeah, let's do that. I guess I'll do this too.
Good thing I love saving people.
I actually played... I've tried almost every single Halo out there. I really liked the first one, and it's the one that people dislike.
If it isn't our
Like, people like
savior.
it, but it's they like the second one a lot better. I really liked the first one.
Breaks my heart to see
But
all these plots.
in the time that it came out, it was when gaming on PC was very different than it is now. And I got it on PC. And for me, it was like jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring, seeing those kind of graphics on my PC. So that kind of pushed me through to play it. And then I tried playing Halo 2, and I wasn't a huge fan. And then I haven't really liked any of the Halos since then. I did play quite a bit of the latest one that came out on the series consoles. And I probably put in about 10 hours worth, which is the most I put into any Halo game outside of the very first one. And yeah, I'm not a big fan. My biggest struggle with Halo, again, I'm not a big first-person shooter fan, but I don't like the laser weapon style thing because it doesn't feel like they make any impact. It just feels like you're using a water gun. And I don't like that. Whereas something like Gears of War, the guns feel heavier. Doom, the guns feel heavier. So yeah, Halo, I kind of...
Bet Tirsa would like it if we reopened the Matriarch's Lodge.
Varl's out there in the wild somewhere. Please bring him back.
Leo, no, it hasn't.
My focus is activating.
Welcome, by the way. But no, it hasn't.
Bow before me, girl. I am the terror of... Oh, is this thing working? I'm not on mute, am I?
Who is this?
Oh, hello?
Give me a
Hello?
second, Leo.
Can you hear me now?
Hi?
Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. I am the terror of the sun.
Oh, okay, let me guess. You must be the cult leader. Why did you attack Mother's Heart? It's just a peaceful village.
Nothing must stand in the way of the sun. I will scorch these lands and create a paradise of no shade.
Sounds very sane. Look, you get one chance. Let the prisoners go.
No. You have to keep searching for them. Eventually, you'll find me, and I have a special surprise planned when you do.
Okay.
Aloy normally loves surprises, but this one sounded bad, like it would change her life forever. You want to know what it is, don't you? We in the story trade call that building suspense.
Okay, so Leo, no, it's never fallen off in public because the glue or the tape is very, very secure, and when it starts to come loose, it doesn't just come loose. You can start feeling it shifting and moving, so you know it's about to come off, and not about to like in the next 10 minutes. It'll come off in like a day or two. So I always know well ahead of time if it's gonna come off. The only surprise I ever have for it coming off is when I'm getting out of bed, because I wear a bonnet to sleep to protect it and everything, and then I'll wake up and then I can feel the stickiness, and then I look in the mirror and it's like half like folded in. But no, it's never come off in public. It's never moved in public. The closest that I can get to, as far as like maybe being embarrassing, is I sweat a lot at work, and the front hairline I always use glue, and so that breaks down pretty quickly because of me sweating, and so the hairline may be a little bit loose. So I may be out, and if the wind blows, you might see the hairline kind of move. Or I went on vacation over the summer and I got caught out in the rain, and I didn't bring my glue with me because I couldn't bring it on the plane, and because I didn't have my hair glue, the front line had already kind of dissolved a little bit within like a day or two, and so I ended up with like a little wrinkle within the hairline, and I couldn't put it flat, so it was always there. But it's never come loose, it's never come off, it's never done anything like that. I don't do anything, Leo, because I can go about 2.5 weeks with my system on without it ever being a concern. At about the 2-week mark is when things start to get a little bit goopy, like because I sweat, like I can feel some of the glue coming over the edges. But if I'm on vacation, I'm probably not going to be doing much, so I may not be sweating very much. So I don't really bring anything with me. Now, if you're going to go on like a 2 or 3 week vacation, then I would probably bring tape with me. But in an emergency sake, let's say you go on vacation and you're expecting it to stay, and then something happens, you get caught in the rain or whatever, and it comes loose. The easy workaround is if you buy Got2b glue, which is that like really thick hair gel that you can use. It looks like white school glue. If you use that, you can have it get stuck for the day, and then it just comes off with a bit of water and a bit of sweat. I don't like to use that. A lot of guys use that as a daily thing, so that way they can remove it every night and like let their scalp breathe and everything. I don't like using that because I do sweat, and because I sweat so much, it comes loose pretty easily. But there's always that you can do as like an emergency protocol. You can just go to any store and buy some like glue or hair paste or whatever, and then glue that to your head so it'll stay. But the tape is pretty resilient. If you tape it, it will stick for at least a couple of weeks, and depending on how much you sweat, it could last longer. When I first started doing it, I wasn't working the way that I work now, and I was able to go 3.5 weeks without ever having to take it off. So it kind of depends on how your lifestyle is, but yeah, no, when I go on vacation, I don't normally go for more than a week. So I just try to time my hair maintenance or whatever to happen like right before the vacation. So like if I'm leaving Friday, I might do the hair maintenance on Wednesday or Thursday. So then that way I get a full 2 weeks without any problems, and I'm on vacation for the week and nothing happens. I'm assuming, Leo, the hair is not real. No, it's not goat. It's not real. This hair is real. Just this part isn't. Leo, I'm assuming what you mean by fiber is the powder that you put on to kind of like darken the balding areas. It's a very good time to start. You don't want to be like me and get to the point where you're like very, very noticeably bald, and then all of a sudden you have a bunch of hair. It's hard to explain it to people. It's a good time to start. Yeah, the glue holds on for a couple of weeks. The systems, they are a lot of work, so just be prepared. There is a lot of maintenance that is involved. A lot of maintenance when you look at the big picture. Like through the year, I'm doing maintenance once every 2 weeks, so we're talking 26 times a year I've got to do maintenance, and each time it varies. It could be as short as an hour, it could be as long as 4 hours. This one took me 4 hours to do because I had some issues, but they were issues on my side, not that the system was trouble. So there is work. You also have to take into account how long they last, depending on how you take care of them and what you do and what you don't do. Some of them will last longer, some of them will last less. If you're the kind of person who isn't very aware of like maintenance and self-care, it may feel overwhelming. I was a pretty boy my whole life, so I'm very, very much into self-care and maintenance, so I was fine with it. But my brother is a lot less, and he has a lot harder of a time with his hair system when it comes to making it last. But yeah, I don't regret it. I absolutely love it. I would never go back. There was a little while there where I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I didn't know if the company was going to keep working with me, like renew my contract or whatever. And then it was the thought of like, oh man, if I have to go back to having no hair, I don't know what I'm going to do. And so, yeah, I'm super happy about it. It can feel overwhelming. It can be a little bit hard on the self-esteem at first because you're worried that people notice, you're worried that people are like going to judge you. You're also always worried that somebody's going to notice it. And I can tell you from experience, we notice it. Most people don't. Most people have no idea. It's pretty, it's life-changing, but it's pretty, like, you forget about it. Like, you fully forget about it. I forget about it. The only time I think about it is like when I'm doing my maintenance, when I'm going to bed, and I'm trying to be careful that I don't like mess with it when I'm going to bed. Or when I first started dating my fiance and she was like rubbing the back of my neck, and then she like went up to the back of my head, and like the nerves that I had, because if she went high enough, she would feel it. And so it was I need to tell her, or else it's going to be really uncomfortable if she touches it and all of a sudden it's there. But outside of that, I never ever think about it. Even now when I look at old pictures of me without my hair, it doesn't look like me to me anymore. That looks like a different person to me. So it's a cool experience. I hope that the journey goes well for you if you end up doing it. If you use code RETRO at Lord Hair, you get 20 bucks off. But give yourself some time. The first 2 or 3 systems will be your learning systems. You will find out what works, what doesn't work, what style works, what style doesn't work, what makes it more obvious and less obvious. Like, all that's going to happen. Depending on the type of system you get first, it'll probably get destroyed really, really quickly because you're going to learn what things are delicate, what things aren't. And then over time, you can learn the things that help you extend the life of it. Like, you can dye these. So I have really dark hair, so it's not so bad. But when I use the lighter system, within a month and a half, it's almost red in color. And so I have to dye it every time I use one of the lighter systems. These dark ones, I don't really ever have to dye them because by the time they need to be dyed, they're already like dried out and the hair's falling out and stuff. But it's a cool experience. I hope you enjoy the journey. Okay, sorry, I went on a whole tangent there, everybody. But yeah, Leo, if you have any other questions or concerns, please don't be afraid to ask. Because I know there are questions that I had that the videos don't always address, and it's like, I wish I could just ask them one very specific question. Now, whether or not I see your message, that's all up to how YouTube is working, because YouTube apparently keeps disconnecting me.
More grumpy grazers. I guess I'd be mad too if someone interrupted my snack time.
We win. We win. I know, right? I know. It's breaking news that I get distracted. I think that's how it's spelled. I don't actually know. I think that's how you spell tangent.